So today, we're going to dive into something pretty deep, something that happens on a level you can't see, but you can definitely feel. We're talking about what really happens to your personal energy field every single time you tell a lie.
Okay, let me ask you something, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. How many lies have you told today? Now, before you say zero, think about it. We're not just talking about big, obvious lies. What about the small ones? The little distortions, the things you conveniently leave out, or even the truths you denied to yourself. So let's ask it a different way. How many times today have you avoided the truth?
All right, to really get a handle on what a lie does, we first have to back up a little and talk about words themselves. You see, for thousands of years, spiritual traditions have known that words aren't just sounds. They're alive. They're a creative, energetic force.
I mean, there's a reason so many ancient texts talk about the word as the very beginning of everything. Think about it. Words don't just describe our reality. In a way, they actually create it. Every single word you speak has its own unique vibration, its own energy that just ripples out into the universe.
Okay, so there's this fascinating experiment by Dr. Masaru Emoto that really brings this idea to life. What he did was he exposed water to different words and vibrations. And the results? Well, they were incredible. Water that was shown words like love and gratitude froze into these stunning, perfectly symmetrical ice crystals. But the water exposed to words like hate or anger, it formed these ugly, chaotic, distorted messes. Now, you can look at this as hard science or a beautiful metaphor, but either way, the point is crystal clear, right? The energy behind our words leaves a physical mark.
So, why am I telling you about water crystals? Well, here's the kicker. What are we made of? Our bodies are about 70% water. So if words can do that to a vial of water, just imagine. I mean, really imagine what our own words, our own thoughts, and especially our lies are doing to us on the inside every single day.
You know, when we speak the truth, it's like we're syncing up with the natural harmony of the universe. The Taoists have a name for this. It's called Wu Wei. It's this state of just effortless flow. But a lie is the exact opposite. It creates this jarring clash, this powerful dissonance between what's in your head, what comes out of your mouth, and what's actually real.
Okay, so we've talked about the big, abstract ideas, the power of words, the flow of the universe, but now let's get down to brass tacks. What is the direct, tangible impact this has on you, on your energy, and even your physical body?
So many traditions talk about the aura, right? This energetic field that surrounds all of us. When you're living in your truth, that field is strong. It's a solid shield. But a lie acts like a dissonant frequency that literally pokes holes in it. It's like your life force, your vital energy starts leaking out, and at the same time, it allows all this denser, heavier energy to get.
And if we look at the chakra system, this damage really zeroes in on one place, the fifth chakra, Vishuddha, which is right at your throat. This is your communication center, your hub for truth. So when you lie, you're creating a direct blockage right there. And if that energy can't flow, guess what? It can start to show up as actual physical problems. Sore throats, thyroid issues, you name it.
And look, this isn't just spiritual woo-woo. Modern science actually backs this up. The second you tell a lie, your brain's threat detector, the amygdala, lights up. It triggers a full-blown stress response. Your body gets flooded with cortisol, your heart starts pounding, blood pressure goes up, your entire nervous system goes on high alert. It's like your body is literally screaming, "This isn't right." It's designed for truth, and lying just puts it under constant damaging stress.
So beyond the physical and the energetic stuff, lying takes a massive spiritual toll. It basically builds a wall between you and your true essence, and it cuts you off from that connection to something bigger, to the divine.
Yeah, the really big problem here is the division it creates inside of you. You have this higher self, your true consciousness, that vibrates with truth, and then you have the lower, fear-based self. Every lie you tell strengthens that connection to fear and illusion, while it weakens the line to your authentic, higher self. Lying literally keeps you stuck.
And this, of course, brings us straight to karma. Now, karma isn't about punishment, not really. It's just the universe's law of cause and effect. It's like energetic physics. When you lie, you're throwing a wrench in the natural order of things, creating this spiritual debt. And eventually, the universe is going to have to balance the books.
The mystic Osho put it perfectly. He said, lies are the beginning of all spiritual diseases. And it's so true. They cloud our inner compass, they trap us in illusion, and that feeling of separation, that's the real root of so much spiritual pain.
It can even lead to that dark night of the soul, where you feel completely lost, totally disconnected from your own truth. Okay, so we've been focused on what happens inside you. But of course, none of us live in a bubble. So let's talk about how these little acts of deception ripple outwards, affecting everyone and everything around us.
Every single time we talk to someone, there's an exchange of energy. When you lie, you're creating these little energetic cracks in the bridges that connect us. You're planting seeds of mistrust, which only leads to isolation. I like to think of the collective energy of humanity as this giant symphony. And every lie? Well, it's like one instrument playing a sour note. It adds noise, it creates distortion, and it contributes to this collective feeling of fear and illusion.
So what do we do about it? It feels huge, right? But the answer is actually really simple. It starts with us. Collective healing, healing the world, it begins with our own individual integrity. Just the simple act of choosing truth, even in the smallest moments, that's a powerful act of spiritual service.
And that, right there, is the journey back to harmony. The path back to wholeness, both energetically and spiritually, is a path of healing. And truth? Truth is the medicine. It's the one thing that can fix our connection to ourselves, to each other, and to the entire universe.
So where do you start? Step 1 is radical honesty. And yeah, it takes some serious courage to look in the mirror and admit where we've been bending the truth. Step 2 is what you could call an inner confession. Just admitting it to yourself. Okay, I lied there, or I've been fooling myself about this. The moment you do that, you allow the light of truth to come in and start dissolving those energetic blockages. The brilliant psychologist Carl Jung said it best. He who looks outside dreams. He who looks inside awakens. And that's exactly what this is. It's waking up to the truth that heals you. This whole process, it's like a deep clean for your energy field. It lets your life force flow freely again. Honestly, truth is the way back home. It's a return to our original nature, which is just light and peace. So I'm going to leave you with one last question to really sit with. Where in your life, right now, is the truth being hidden or ignored? What's one thing you can do, starting today, to clear away those shadows and just let the light of your own truth shine through? Because ultimately, that return to truth, that's a return to freedom.